The world's fastest man just dropped a bombshell that could change track and field forever. Noah Lyles, fresh off his historic Olympic gold in Paris, didn't just announce another race or sponsorship deal. He announced something that could completely transform how we experience track and field as fans. And honestly, it's about time someone with his platform stepped up to say what needed to be said. For years, track and field athletes have been the most dominant, most superhuman athletes on the planet, yet they've been treated like second-class citizens compared to basketball, football, baseball, and soccer stars. While LeBron James makes headlines for scoring 30 points, Noah Lyles breaks world records and barely gets mentioned on SportsCenter. While Tom Brady got documentaries and endorsement deals for throwing a football, sprinters, who literally run faster than any human in history, struggle to get recognition outside of Olympic years. Noah Lyles has been the face of track and field since his breakout performances, and his credibility is undeniable. The man called his shot at the Paris Olympics and delivered with the fastest American time in 100-meter history. He's not just fast, he's proven he can perform under the biggest pressure on the biggest stage. When someone with that level of success speaks, the track world listens, and what he just announced could change everything. Here's what Noah Lyles revealed in his recent interview with The Athletic, and why this announcement is sending shockwaves through the entire sport. He's not just planning to run fast anymore, he's planning to completely revolutionize how track and field connects with fans. The announcement centers around one powerful declaration that Noah made. He said, "I've decided to take this year and say, this is a fan's year in our sport." But this isn't just a nice soundbite. Noah has identified the core problem that's been holding track and field back for decades. In his words, "In a sport that is individual, there is no team. You're following your favorite person, and that person is human. The fan base doesn't have to cheer for you. They have so many other options." Think about that for a second. In the NFL, you root for the Cowboys or the Patriots regardless of who's playing quarterback. In track and field, you're following Noah Lyles the person. If he has a bad day or gets injured, there's no team to fall back on. The emotional investment is completely different, and Noah has figured out that this individual nature of the sport is actually its greatest strength, not its weakness, if athletes know how to use it. The announcement goes deeper than just declaring a fan year. Noah revealed his master plan for elevating track and field to compete with what he calls the Big Four sports. Basketball, football, baseball, and soccer dominate the American sports landscape because they've mastered storytelling. They give fans reasons to stay engaged between big games. Track and field has traditionally only captured attention during Olympics and World Championships, leaving massive gaps where fans lose interest. Noah's strategy focuses on two key elements. First, storytelling. He wants track athletes to share their journeys, their struggles, their personalities in ways that make fans emotionally invested. Second, consistent content creation. Instead of disappearing between major championships, athletes need to give fans something to follow year-round. Noah understands that in today's attention economy, you're either creating content or you're invisible. This matters for track and field because the sport has been stuck in outdated thinking for years. Athletes were taught to be humble, keep their heads down, and let their times do the talking. That worked 50 years ago when there were only 3 television channels. In today's world where athletes compete with TikTok videos and Netflix shows for attention, silence equals irrelevance. Noah is essentially telling track athletes to embrace being entertainers, not just competitors. The execution of this plan is already underway. Despite having a rough indoor season where he lost to Jareem Richards and finished 3rd at the USATF Indoor Championships, Noah isn't hiding from the public eye. Instead, he's doing the opposite. He's scheduled to race at the Seiko Golden Grand Prix in Tokyo on May 17th, just days after his wedding on April 4th. Then he'll compete at the Rome Golden Gala on June 4th. These aren't just races, they're content opportunities. Noah is treating every appearance like a story chapter. The Tokyo race becomes newlywed Noah proves he can balance love and speed. The Rome race becomes, can Noah reclaim his dominance after early season struggles? Each competition has a narrative arc that gives fans emotional stakes beyond just who runs the fastest time. He's turning track meets into must-see television by making every race about more than just running fast. For fans, this announcement means track and field is about to become a completely different experience. Instead of waiting 4 years between Olympics to care about sprinting, you'll have year-round storylines to follow. Think about how the NBA keeps you engaged even in the off-season with trade rumors, player development stories, and social media content. Noah wants track and field to operate the same way. You'll start seeing athletes sharing training footage that shows their personalities. You'll get behind-the-scenes content that makes you feel connected to their journeys. Most importantly, you'll understand why each race matters, not just as a time on a clock, but as a chapter in ongoing rivalries and personal quests for greatness. Noah is essentially promising that following track and field will become as addictive as following your favorite team in any other sport. What makes this announcement truly revolutionary is the timing. 2026 is an off year with no Olympics or World Championships. Traditionally, this would be when track and field disappears from mainstream consciousness. But Noah sees this as the perfect laboratory year to test his vision. Without the pressure of major championships, athletes can experiment with content creation, storytelling, and fan engagement without worrying about distracting from competition. The Diamond League meets in cities like Tokyo, Rome, and Xiamen become the testing ground for this new approach. Each meet isn't just about running personal bests, it's about creating moments that fans will remember and share. Noah is betting that if track athletes can master the art of engagement during a quiet year like 2026, they'll be unstoppable when the LA Olympics arrive in 2028. The integration of all these elements creates what Noah calls elevating the level we are at. When track athletes become masters of both performance and storytelling, when they understand that their athletic achievements are just the foundation for broader entertainment value, that's when the opportunities start arriving. Sponsorship deals that rival basketball players, documentary opportunities, mainstream media coverage that treats track stars like the superstar athletes they actually are. Noah's announcement isn't just about himself or even just about American sprinting. He's essentially declaring war on the status quo of how track and field operates globally. He's challenging every athlete in the sport to stop accepting second-class treatment and start demanding the attention their superhuman abilities deserve. The question now is whether other athletes will join him in this revolution, or if he'll have to drag the entire sport into the modern entertainment era by himself. If you're a track and field fan, this announcement should have you more excited than any race time or world record. Noah Lyles isn't just promising to run fast in 2026, he's promising to transform track and field into the entertainment spectacle it should have been all along. And judging by his track record of delivering on bold promises, you might want to pay attention to what happens next.